Hey everybody, it's your boy Merce, and I'm going to be talking about my military experience. This is actually on mission. I actually killed myself right in the beginning, I think. No, yeah, see right there, it's kind of stupid, but I'm playing on mission. This is going to be 31-9, and I'm going to be talking about my military experience, because I was in for a couple months. I'm going to tell you, everything that has to do with it. One of my good buddies who does, like, vlogging, he just did a video today, which was kind of weird, because I already had this in mind. So I'm going to link him down there, which talks about his 319th experience, which is the Med Hold and Discharge Squadron. Every branch has one. It's just Air Force is the 319th. And I'm just going to be going about, the military as a whole and your recruiter's, point of view. I did a lot of spawn camp, and we really spawn camped the shit out of it. So let me just say, when you're going into the military, the website's going to look flashy. Your recruiter's going to be so nice and saying, it's all good, you can do this, you can do that, blah, 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 blah. It's a bunch of bullshit. I'm just telling you guys right now. They try to make it seem more real than what it is. Like, when they talk about the pay and everything, yeah, you're not going to be getting what civilians get, but you're going to be still making good money. I made shit money. I was an airman first class. That's an E3. Because a lot of stuff goes to bills. And I have a couple buddies that are still in the military that they do nothing with their time, and they don't even know what, really where their money goes, because of, you still got bills to pay and taxes, and you don't get paid that much. So it's right there, the money is a problem. Now, when they say you can have any job you want, that's a bunch of bullshit too, because you gotta get, like, basically, to get any job you want, you gotta get perfect ASVABs, and you gotta study your ass off. And if you're gonna be nerdy like that, you're gonna get really made fun of. Ooh, sorry if my dog just barked in the background. But, you're gonna get really made fun of in the Air Force. Like, I'm sorry, but the Air Force, even though they have don't ask, don't tell, they still don't like gay people. It's just a masculine thing. Guys don't want, homosexuals in their ranks. That's what it comes down to. Even though there was a bill passed saying, it's alright for them to be open about it, it doesn't matter. I personally don't care. I have, my dad's side of the family, there's a lot of homosexuals in there, so it didn't faze me. But to a lot of men, it phases them. And then, on the other side, girls, if girls are going into the military, you're just going to be a sex object there. No one cares, about, you. They just want you in their bed, to be perfectly honest with you. You're going to get a desk job, and there's going to be a lot of guys buying you drinks and hitting on you the whole time. That's why a lot of girls file for sexual harassment in the Air Force, because they get sexually harassed all the time. And that's a big problem evolving too with the, the don't ask, don't tell policy, DAP. So, my recruiter made such a big thing. He made it seem like, the military, the Air Force, everything was, big holly joy and everything, and it wasn't cracked out to really be what it was. I still wanted to be in it. Like I said, I got med discharged almost towards the end. It wasn't my fault, but it wasn't, I believe I still should have been in it. I should never got discharged, but then again, the Air Force likes to save money, and for them to discharge you in the long run is better. Even if you have something small, like my friend did at the like when I link him, even though he had something small too, it's still, he could have still, stood in there. But then after a while, once you realize that you're going to get discharged, it's like, oh, fuck this, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. And that's your mentality that you get, which is kind of wrong, in a sense, but it's like, I went from Massachusetts all the way, Banganade, by the way, I went from Massachusetts all the way to Texas, and then for 3 months later, they say, oh, because you had this problem when you were 2, and then you just got it back, and then you just got it right here, that we're going to discharge you. And I was like, I can come back from that. And this right here was such a fucking fail. Such a fail. Like, it wouldn't place it on the ground over there. So, now that you have a kind of a gist of I'm not trying to discourage anybody from going into the military, but think about it and research it a lot. I thought I did a lot of research, and I clearly didn't. Because if I would have knew what I knew when I went into basic training, I would have never signed up. They make it, the commercials and everything make it more than what it is. Like, one of my good friends is a Marine, hates it. He cannot wait for his contract to be over. And I have a couple friends that are Marines, and they all feel like that. You get treated like shit, your barracks suck. I mean, there's no, you're owned by the government, so no one's going to go in there and say, oh, well, you need better living conditions. They're not going to say that. So, I mean, you just got to be really smart on what you choose. Because in the long run, it can bite you in the ass. Because once you sign that contract, like one of my friends that I play with Xbox too, and I know in real life, he's in the army and can't wait to get out. The only positive parts they like about the military is actually deployments, because that's the only time you're gonna make money, is if you keep signing up for deployments. Like in this war, if you were gone most of the day, you can make an extra. Gone most of the day, gone most of the years. You could have made an extra 30, 40 grand. It depends, you know, if you're married, have kids and everything, on just that. And most of the time, they're doing nothing, absolutely nothing. So it just boils down to, is it right for you? Personally, I rather would have just went to school. I went into the military, I think, for wrong reasons too. But it still kind of sucked, you know, getting discharged. You know, I would have thought, you know, my family, you know, thinks I'm a disgrace and everything. But that wasn't the case. They were all like, you know, at least you had the balls to join. It wasn't your fault that you got discharged. And that kid just got owned. And a lot of people felt the same way too. Like, it sucks. It honestly does suck, you know, getting discharged. And knowing what I know now, you know, who knows? If I knew that, I probably could have still signed up. But then again, it was just a lot of mixed emotions. So I don't want you people going through the same thing. It's, you know, it does suck. It really does. But I'm just going to talk real quick about the 319th before it comes down. The 319th is like every other squad. It's a squadron where if you get hurt, break a leg, anything, you go there. And if you're getting discharged for performance, which is bad behavior, medical discharge, or if you're a psycho, you know, you want to commit suicide and kill yourself, that's where you go. And every single, you know, branch has it, like I said. Just a quick tip for you guys right there. If you shoot under the ride shield, even if they're crouching, you'll still kill them. But, as this game is pretty much boiling down, if you guys want to know anything military related, I try to, you know, jam it all in, you know, this 8-minute video. Try to, you know, get my views across, you know. Right now, I don't want to discourage people from joining the military. I'm just saying watch what you do first before you join. Because you could be making, you know, choice of the wrong reason, saying, you know, I want to use this to go to college. If you're joining the military to go to college, that is right there the wrong decision. If you're joining the military for a paycheck, you know, and you're a single kid or something like that, that's a wrong decision. Join because you want to protect your country. Join for a reason. Don't join for the small stuff, or else, you know, it's never going to work. So, that's what I wanted to tell you guys. If you want anything else military related, I mean, you know, even though I had a small experience, I still had 3 months of it. I was up at, you know, I did 17-hour days every day. I know what it's like. I know what it is to put the uniform on. So, I think I got, you know, another, you know, 30 seconds. So, if you guys, you know, like I said, want to know more, just hit me up with a message. If you want to, you know, if you want me to do more Skyrim videos. And another thing with the Skyrim videos, I know I got a lot of views on it. That character is the only one that can't die. If it's still, sorry about my dog. If it's still a quest involved with that person, they won't die, obviously. So you can do the quest. So make sure you do your research first before you know, comment on it. Because I got the same comments a few times, but you know, whatever. This is the end of the video. We just completely raped them, and that's my boy right there, Sony, final kill. And this is your boy Merce, holla out. 31-9.